In this video, we're going to show you how to replace a front brake caliper on your Toyota Tundra. Remove the center cap using a flathead screwdriver or a plastic trim tool. Using a 21mm socket, remove the 6 lug nuts. Remove the wheel. Using a 12mm socket, remove the bolt for the brake hose bracket. Using a pair of pliers, pinch the clips on the ABS wire and pull that out of the bracket. Pull that to the side. Using a 10mm wrench, remove the nut on the brake line for the caliper. Before doing this, make sure you have a collection bucket under you. It will start leaking fluid. Put that over to the side. Remove the brake caliper bolts using a 17mm socket. Remove the old caliper. Install the caliper. Pull the plug out of the new caliper and install the brake line. Using a clean rag and some brake parts cleaner, clean up all the areas that got wet. Torque this to 11 foot-pounds. Torque the caliper bolts to 90 foot-pounds. Remove the clips out of the caliper pins and remove the caliper pins. We're going to disassemble the old caliper. Pull the clips out. Then using a small hammer, I'm going to tap the pins out. You can grab them and pull them with a pair of pliers. Grab a punch. And use it to help you tap the pin out. Remove the pins. Then we're going to pull our brake pads out. Using a flat blade screwdriver to help us pry this brake pad. Remove the brake pad. Grab the new slide pins and coat them in a little bit of brake lubricant. We're going to be reusing our brake pads. These backing plates on the pads are pretty rusted, so we're just going to put a little bit of grease where the boot is going to meet. I'm going to do that on both sides. Do not grease the pad surface, only the backing plates. Install the brake pads into our new caliper. Install the pins into the side. Install the pin through the spring. Use a little hammer to tap the pins in. I'm going to install this spring into the brake pads, like that. Install your clips into the pins. Remove the bleeder cap from the caliper. Open the bleeder screw. And we're going to let the caliper gravity bleed. We're going to wait until there's a steady stream of brake fluid coming out with no bubbles. Once we have a steady stream with no bubbles coming out of our bleeder, we're going to close it. I like to open it one more time. And then close it back down. Using a clean rag and some brake parts cleaner, clean up all the areas that got wet. We do this so once you take it for a road test, you can check if there's any liquid. If there is, it means something's loose, needs to be tightened, and you have a leak in the system. Install the bleeder cap back on. Now before taking it for a road test, I like to get in the car, turn it on, and step on the brake a few times. With the car on, you'll have help from the brake booster, and it'll put a lot more pressure here than if you just press on the pedal with it off. Once you've pressed the brake pedal a few times with the car on, check this fitting, make sure there's no liquid under it. If there's none, take it for a road test and make sure it's good. Check your master cylinder, refill it if it needs to be filled. If you've lost a lot of fluid, you will need to fill it. Install the bolt into the knuckle. Ours broke, so we now have a through bolt for ours. And snug it down. Install the ABS clip into the brake hose bracket. Put on your 6 lug nuts. Snug them down in a star pattern. Torque your wheel in a star pattern to 83 foot-pounds. Install the center cap and snap it into place.
When only the best will do, demand TRQ. The only company that lets you view before you do. TRQ is committed to offering the highest quality aftermarket auto parts that are engineered for peace of mind. Thanks for using and viewing with TRQ.